Expensive doesn't mean survivable. Most preppers spend $1,000 chasing a rifle that does nothing a $300 gun can't do when it actually matters. The truth nobody selling you a premium rifle wants to admit is that reliability, simple parts, and cheap ammo win when the grid goes down, not a fancy logo on the receiver. So today we're counting down 10 survival rifles under $300 that flat out outshoot guns costing 3 to 4 times more. Real street prices, real survival use cases, and for every single pick I'll tell you exactly when to skip it. Let's start the countdown at number 10. The Mossberg Maverick 88 is where this list begins, and it usually sits right around the $200 mark new. The Maverick 88 is a pump-action shotgun, not a rifle in the technical sense, but for close-range home defense and survival it earns its spot before anything else on this list. It runs the same proven action as the legendary Mossberg 500, just built leaner to hit a budget. The Maverick 88 outshoots a $1,000 tactical shotgun for one reason: terminal effectiveness per dollar. A premium scattergun doesn't put more lead on a threat at across-the-room distance than this gun does. It's the definition of paying for function instead of clout. Skip the Maverick 88 if your survival plan needs reach. This is a short-range tool, and if you're defending open ground or hunting at distance, keep watching, because your pick is coming. The Hi-Point 995 Carbine is the gun the internet loves to mock, and it sells for well under $300 almost everywhere. The Hi-Point 995 is a blowback 9mm carbine, heavy, ugly, and almost impossible to kill. It feeds off the same 9mm ammo as a common pistol, which is exactly what you want when you're stockpiling 1 caliber instead of 5. The Hi-Point 995 outshoots a $1,000 pistol caliber carbine in the only metric that matters when it counts. It goes bang every time, and it costs almost nothing to feed. Reviewers have dumped thousands of rounds through these and failed to break them. That's survival value a boutique brand can't sell you. Skip the Hi-Point 995 if weight and ergonomics matter to you. It's a brick, the magazines are clunky, and it will never feel refined. This is a tool, not a trophy. The Smith & Wesson M&P 15 Sport 2 shows up at number 8, and on a good sale it slips just under that $300 line. The M&P 15 Sport 2 is a direct impingement AR-15 from one of the most trusted names in American firearms, and it strips away the costly extras while keeping everything that makes the platform run. It's chambered in 5.56, the most available rifle round in the country. The M&P 15 Sport 2 outshoots a $1,000 custom AR build because in a survival scenario nobody is grading your group size at 600 yards. They're grading whether your rifle cycles, whether you can find parts, and whether you can find ammo. This gun wins all three. The premium build wins a range bragging contest you'll never have time to enter. Skip the M&P 15 Sport 2 if you demand a free-floated barrel and a match trigger out of the box. It doesn't have them. For survival, it doesn't need them. The Ruger 1022 Carbine lands at number 7, and deal listings routinely start in the low 200s. The Ruger 1022 is the most proven rimfire rifle ever made. A .22 caliber semi-auto that has trained more American shooters than any other gun on this list. It feeds off ammo so cheap you can stockpile thousands of rounds for the price of 1 box of premium rifle cartridges. The Ruger 1022 outshoots a $1,000 precision rimfire because survival is a numbers game. The expensive gun shoots tighter groups, but the 1022 lets you shoot 10 times as much, take small game quietly, and train daily without burning your reserves. In a long emergency, rounds on target over time beats a paper target trophy every time. Skip the Ruger 1022 if you need centerfire stopping power for defense. It's a utility and training rifle, not your primary protection gun. The Savage Axis takes number 6 as the first true precision pick, and it regularly sells right around the $300 mark. The Savage Axis is a bolt-action centerfire hunting rifle, commonly chambered in .308 or .3006, calibers that drop big game and stay available across America. It comes from a company that built its entire reputation on out-of-the-box accuracy. The Savage Axis outshoots a $1,000 hunting rifle in the way that actually feeds your family. It puts a round exactly where you aim at real hunting distances, and nobody downrange can tell the difference between meat taken with a $300 rifle and a premium one. You're paying for a trigger and a stock you don't need to survive. Skip the Savage Axis if you want a refined factory trigger and premium fit and finish. The Axis is plain, the stock is basic, and that's exactly why it's affordable. The Ruger American rifle takes the number 5 spot, and base models frequently land at or just under $300. The Ruger American is a bolt-action centerfire rifle built on the same logic that runs through this entire list: overbuilt reliability without the luxury price. It's offered in survival-friendly calibers and feeds from a reliable magazine. The Ruger American outshoots a $1,000 bolt gun because its cold-bore accuracy is genuinely excellent, and accuracy is the one thing a premium hunting rifle is supposed to sell you. When a $300 rifle matches a $1,000 one on the only metric that matters, the expensive gun is selling you a logo. The Ruger American is selling you a hit. Skip the Ruger American if you want premium aesthetics or an ultralight mountain build. This is a working rifle, not a showpiece. Quick one before we hit the top 4. If you want gear breakdowns that cut through the hype and save you from overpaying for survival kit you don't need, subscribe now, because that's the whole reason this channel exists. Back to the countdown. The SKS rifle enters at number 4, and surplus examples still turn up under $300 in many markets. The SKS is a battle-proven semi-auto chambered in 7.62x39, a rugged Cold War-era rifle that has survived decades of hard use in the worst conditions on Earth. It runs cheap, widely stockpiled ammo, and was designed from the ground up to function caked in dirt. The SKS outshoots a $1,000 modern rifle in the exact environment survival demands: neglect, mud, and abuse. It was built for soldiers who couldn't baby their weapon, and that is precisely what a prepper needs. A delicate premium rifle fails in conditions the SKS shrugs off. Skip the SKS if you need modularity and easy optics mounting. It's an old design, accessories are limited, and it won't take a modern rail setup without work. The Heritage Rough Rider climbs to number 3, and it routinely sells for around $150, the cheapest gun on this entire list. The Heritage Rough Rider is a single-action .22 revolver, simple, durable, and almost nothing on it can break. It's not a primary defense gun, but as a trail companion, small game getter, and trainer, it punches absurdly far above its price. The Heritage Rough Rider outshoots a $1,000 revolver in the survival ledger because it costs a fraction as much, feeds off the cheapest ammo made, and has so few moving parts that it simply keeps working. A premium revolver is a beautiful object. This is a tool you can actually afford to carry everywhere and never worry about. Skip the Heritage Rough Rider if you want a serious defensive sidearm. This is a utility and training piece, plain and simple. The Maverick 88 security model returns the list to the shotgun world at number 2, and the security configuration still holds well under $300. The Maverick 88 security is the shorter, defense-focused version of the gun that opened this countdown, with a tighter barrel built specifically for home and survival defense. It runs the same indestructible Mossberg pattern pump action. The Maverick 88 security outshoots a $1,000 defensive shotgun where it counts, inside your home, at the distances a real defensive encounter actually happens. The expensive gun adds features that don't change the outcome at across the hallway range. This gun delivers the same decisive result for a quarter of the money. Skip the Maverick 88 security if you've already got a long-range survival plan and want reach over close-quarters power. This is a defense specialist, not a do-everything gun. The gun that takes the number 1 spot is the one nearly every survival expert agrees on, and it's the Marlin Model 60, a .22 rifle that for years sold brand new for well under $200. The Marlin Model 60 is a tube-fed semi-automatic rimfire that has sold in the tens of millions, making it one of the most produced and proven rifles in American history. The Marlin Model 60 outshoots a $1,000 rifle in every way that defines survival. It's accurate enough to take small game reliably, cheap enough to stockpile a lifetime of ammo, simple enough to maintain with almost no tools, and common enough that parts and knowledge are everywhere. That combination, accuracy, affordability, simplicity, and availability, is the entire formula for surviving on a budget, and no premium rifle delivers all 4. Skip the Marlin Model 60 only if you cannot resist turning a cheap rifle into an expensive project. Bought stock and left alone, it may be the smartest survival dollar you ever spend. Surviving was never about the most expensive rifle in the safe. It was always about the right tool, the right caliber, and a gun that keeps running when everything else falls apart. Now I want to hear from you. What's the best survival rifle under $300 you've ever owned, and which gun do you think people waste their money on for all the wrong reasons? Drop it in the comments.